to be in almost to deliver, she has to be taken to Kirinyaga, which is another county. Anybody who passes on in our place has to be taken to Kirinyaga for preservation as we wait for the time to come and send them off. As I exit that issue, let me say this. Eric, neo-colonialism is what I am talking about. You are a county, but you are a slave in another county. Because you can never get these services in your own home county, you have to source them from another county. Yet these county governments have the mandate to do health care, early primary education, and those other services like road networks. We want to do things well, and we want to do things honorably. Thank you.
Okay. Being a professional, yes, you are saying Mwea Group because we have so many educated youth. We have people who graduated in various universities in Kenya, and they are still in home. What are you going to? How are you going to tackle the issue of unemployment?
Thank you. Unemployment is a global issue, and in Mwea, we still have unemployment as an issue because people have graduated from different colleges and they are tarmacking at home. But it is also important to understand that during this era of ICT, people can do jobs online. People do not have to be employed in a certain factory. They can do their things online. As an elected leader, it will be my duty to provide ICT hubs in strategic places like locational headquarters, where our youth can access ICT freely with the free Wi-Fi at Karaba, at Iriakanau, at another place like Gategi, which has got a lot of population, a place like the Bakutano, young men can do their things there. That is one way. Number two, I've been talking to some of our local men and women who can do some good business. Like in Gategi, I've been talking to about 4 people, persuading them and asking them, what about establishing a rice mill here, a rice cooler, which will create some employment for our youth. These young men who are here, good as they are, and young and energetic, they are not being used. Once these things happen, because I'm sure, under my watch and under my leadership, many people will come to invest in Mwea. I would ask them to employ our youth. If we had that, I had like 2 millers in Karaba, 2 millers in Gategi, you would find our youth getting some job. How about establishing a value addition kind of a factory? We grow maize. We have senior people there in Gategi, like Kinaosa Maku and many others. I don't want to mention their names. If they asked to establish a portion mill, flour milling, and the maize is there, that is adding value to our products, and even the youth will get jobs. Then how about bringing these youth, like those that are in border sector, to make a circle which is viable and ensure that they are educated and trained? We tap on them. We have tomato growing along the Masinga Dam, which is a very good agricultural undertaking. For your information, from my simple statistics, the horticultural section along Masinga Dam is bringing in over 25 million shillings every single day. And this one I even posted in one of the major walls where our people normally check. So, Eric, employment can be solved, if not 100%. But the issue unemployment can be addressed up to around 70-75%. Those lorries that are coming to Mwea, I just need to meet with the owners and ask them if we can collaborate. They allow our young men to be the loaders at the farms. Then the others can be graders. We shall still invite our brothers from Kirinyaga who have been doing this, and we work collaboratively. The idea is you have to initiate this process. If nobody does it, it remains untapped. And we shall keep on talking about unemployment and when we have opportunities which are wasted. Yeah.
So it's like we need to initiate the process, so we can get except a leader, can any other person outside the leader?
Sure. As I said earlier on, I alluded to the fact that I believe in teamwork, working in teams. In Nimwea, we have retired agricultural officers. In Nimwea, we have retired engineers. We have even some that are in their offices as we talk. These are people that we can bring on board and constitute a kind of a team that will come up with ideas. Because as an elected leader, you don't know everything. There are those other areas which need speciality. We have doctors, we have those other people. Bring them on board, ask them to come up with a formula and a way out of where we can solve the problem of unemployment, and you get it solved while you just watch. The problem is that most political leaders will not want to invite those people because they don't want to be seen not to know everything. But being elected doesn't mean that you are the smartest. You need these people to help you so that you can achieve your policies. Yes.
Outside politics, have you ever engaged them and say that I can see there's a problem in this employment thing?
Yeah.
Apart from being a politician, before I become a politician, I need to build school. As a teacher or as a professional somewhere, before I am elected, I need to initiate something so that people feel that I'm able to be a leader.
Yeah.
Have you done that before?
I've done a lot of things. One, I've been bringing on board young men, and we have been repairing the roads with our own hands. Like Malekini Wango Road, we've done it many times. Even when it was completely impassable, we would repair that road with our hands, without anybody's external help. We would bring stones, we would dig, and make sure that the small cars are actually accessing all the villages.
Okay. Has that solved unemployment?
Not really. You have asked me if I've done any initiative for this.
To solve unemployment.
To solve unemployment.
Yes.
Thank you. You know, Eric, you cannot drive a car unless you are inside. You cannot drive a car unless you are inside. Even if you have the ideas, you need to get into the car so that you can drive off. Unemployment can be solved when you are already there. But again, I've said you use all these other people, stakeholders, to help you also to come with ideas. One issue that I have always agitated: give the young people an opportunity in the lower Masinga shores to do farming. And as a director in Winner's Circle, I have persuaded that we can open a product which serves the agricultural communities. They can access more loans so that they can enlarge their businesses, their farming activities. By so doing, they bring on board more young men to assist them. That is what we have been doing. Making sure that we empower the farmers, we also empower the traders, so that you now make your business larger, and of course you create an employment for one or two. That is what we have been doing.
Okay. Have you created awareness or sensation of the community? Know that is the process.
They are aware. They are aware, and you have even held education meetings across Karaba, area Itune. We have had those meetings, and they know. I've even visited borders with a view to even asking them to form circles so that we can actually pool resources together so that we can lift each other. We have done that. Yeah.
Okay. What about the health sector? How do you see it, and how can you solve it?
Eric, you know, the government has done a very kind thing, that through the National Hospital Insurance Fund, all people are brought on board to address matters healthcare. And this is a thing that has helped very many people, especially those of our brothers and sisters in the villages. But again, people need to be sensitized on this, because you find there's quite a number that has not yet come on board. They are still out there. To them, it's not an issue, but we need to sensitize all of them and bring them on board. The best we can do about this, first of all, is to make sure that our health facilities provide quality services. As we talk, our health facilities are in sorry state. You cannot get any medication. So even if you have a health insurance in the name of NHIF card, you will still look for health services across Kirinyaga, where their hospitals can provide the services that you may be looking for. So we have a challenge there. We have a challenge. And this is an area which is in evolution. Healthcare is under the county government. So we have no excuse. We should actually look at it and re-look at it with a view to improving it. Yes.
What about the drugs? Because many people are facing the drug issues, which has made them drop out schools. Many people over they cannot take care of their family. How can you solve that? Because like the young youth we are facing on unemployment, which has led to drugs.
Drug issue is an international concern. But coming down to where? Personally, I've been talking to young men who chew miraa, and I've told them this. I've been working in a miraa growing region called Maua in Igembe Central, where you find people chewing miraa, but at the same time they treat miraa as a cash crop, and it has helped them grow economically. But when you come down to our places, miraa is treated like filth, and anybody who is seen chewing miraa is perceived to be a person of no use. That is not the true story. The people who chew miraa and other drugs need love. They need to be appreciated. They need to be cancelled. And they can get out of it. Personally, I've been interacting with the youth and asking them, my friends, even when we chew this thing, can we do it like a gentleman? Even as we drink beer, can we do it like gentlemen? Can we be a people who can be respected so that people don't associate us with the drug? And by, these people are listening. Another thing is that, and it is in my manifesto, that once I'm in office, I'll constitute a committee which comprises of all professionals, including the clergy. A committee that will be talking to these young men and women, but mainly they are men, with a view to bringing them out of this bondage, this drug bondage, where they are sunk. And I tell you, it can work. First of all, you must appreciate these people, talk to them well, and show concern. They will listen to you.
Okay, we hope that you deliver what you have said to the people of Wambua. So we are looking to see after that and bring that help the people of Wambua. I hope they will let you. I don't know.
They will. They will, I can assure you.
Okay.
They will. Thank you very much.